Is it starting? Please just go live.
And welcome to the Hall Prison Universe. I'm King HP, also known as Father, and we have Dora, not the
Back.
extreme. Ooh, it's been a little minute. We're a little rusty at getting this thing started.
Super rusty,
So
guys. It was not the best to get here today, but we made it.
yeah, it definitely took a little bit, a lot longer than expected, a lot longer, but we made it. We definitely want to talk some things. Biggest thing from. We know From is coming back for season 4, and we wanted to start getting ready. Not to be confused, it's not From versus The Walking Dead. We know I got that coming, got that coming.
It's
Just
coming,
waiting for a
yeah.
date for season 4 so we can kind of tailor the episodes accordingly. But we want to kind of get the hype going for From, and let's just talk From as we go into season 4. How has it been these past few weeks though?
It has been stressful with all the stuff they've been dropping for From, because I need to know who these new characters are, because you know how I feel about characters.
Oh yeah,
I need some substance about them before I can make, an assumption, because
absolutely.
I still don't like
Absolutely.
Acosta. People might like
Oh
her, but
man. Yeah, so um one, we know season 4, we don't have an official date, but we do know that season 4 is complete with production. So that's good. And we're ending 2025. So we're rolling into 2026. Last year, season 3 started in September. We're hoping to get an earlier date than that. But you alluded to something that I think is very interesting: new characters. Now, if you go to the From site or go to Fromily on Twitter or X if you're nasty, uh, go to X and go to the Fromily account. It's a fan made account, uh, an excellent account for all type of behind the scenes updates, you name it. It's a great community, so definitely go there. But here's the picture that the From page, the actual From page release. And if you notice, there's 2 people that we do know and a whole heap of people that we don't.
oh,
Okay.
the NPCs
Uh
are gonna go crazy.
yeah. So
I
I have a
remember the
question.
the dreadlocks girl and that old man, right? This one in the, what is it? What are the young kids calling it? The quarter or whatever? The jacket?
Quarter zips. You talking about a
Yeah,
quarter
those.
zip?
Yeah, the quarter zips, the young man stuff. They were in that one episode where Victor was throwing the stuff out of the window. So I remember them, but a lot. I need Blue Shirt Lady to tell us who she is.
So if you look carefully on the left, right? On the left, you see Fatima, and it looks like there's someone laying on the couch potentially, and then there's someone sitting in a brown, orange gold
Well, that
shirt
looks like the scene from
when
when
old girl was
Acosta,
shot when Acosta came.
yeah, and they had to
So
get what's Randall out of the off of the ambulance.
correct. So I wonder if this is just a throwback to get people, because none of these characters had any main character outside
Any
of Philip and Fatima.
significance? Yeah.
Right. So are they new characters, or are they characters that will have more in-depth role going forward into
hmm
season 4? Second question:
Mm.
do you expect to see new characters, new entrants into Fromville? Dora, that's the question for you. Do you expect to see or anybody's role to pick up?
I think we're definitely gonna probably pick up on Acosta's story for sure. They have to pick up on the Elgin and Sarah because she just stabbed this man in the eyeball and took it out. Well, I don't know if it's out. Maybe we didn't see the taken out, but
We'll
I saw
find
some
out.
of the. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, I'm gonna hope that it's out because I don't want him to have an eye. Um, I think that new girl definitely probably is
Yikes.
gonna have something to do with Acosta, with Acosta or Donna. like a symbolism of either like whatever Acosta was back out there in the real world, like since she just became a cop, it seems like. And then for Donna, it may be like a sister vibe, like a little sister vibe, like the one she lost. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, and those are all legit too. I definitely think um, there will be some interesting new role characters to kind of like be developed. And I think that's necessary because you don't always have to have new people coming into from. Because I think that makes it difficult to give everybody a story. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but additionally, I would like to see some new characters. I know there's some coming. I'm about to post some pictures of some of a character with a story that will be very interesting here in about 40 seconds. But characters I want to see get a bigger do you remember when they investigated for the Tilly murder, right? There was a guy that was like, why don't you they interviewed him and he was like, why don't you ask he was basically trying to say Sarah. Why don't you Sarah?
That's the white haired guy in the quarter zip.
No, it's
That's,
not that guy with the quarter zip.
it's
It's
not that
not him.
guy?
No, no, no. He was substantially younger. He didn't have a hair full of white hair. So let's go back to that. He could be
Oh,
in this picture.
yes. It might be that guy. No, I know. I remember now.
So
Yeah,
there's
he
someone
did.
standing behind Ellis. There is someone standing behind Ellis. I just can't see who. There's a guy next to him with glasses, but again,
Which I've
I
never
can't
seen
see clearly.
redhead with glasses before. That has to be.
Well, speaking of redhead, let me post this for everybody, right? So if you know who this is, right? Okay, perfect. This is the deadline from Julia Doyle, right? Lily Save the World, Astrid, right? She will be coming and joining the series regular role. Now, here's something new. We get a little bit of insight. Sophia will be the character that she plays. She's a vulnerable and a sheltered pastor's daughter. Okay, that's all the
Mhm.
insight we get. This is the character, sheltered, vulnerable pastor's daughter. I think that's a very interesting take because we lost a pastor, uh, Father Kotry.
Hopefully, Kenny will
So
find some love this season. I need him to just find any source of hope to keep himself alive at this point because he's
I
a
also would
young
like to
man
know the
who's
time.
lost everybody.
Yeah, Kenny's kind of down bad as both his parents. We season one and then season three. Season
Mhm.
three, he lost his mom, Tien Chin. And if you don't know, we do have an interview with Tien Chin. She talks about that type of stuff and more here on the Hall Prison Universe. Go check it out when you get a free moment. Uh, but I definitely would like to say uh, it's a very interesting thing that you're bringing in another prominent female character because you have Acosta, right? And Acosta
And you
is
have
looking
Sarah. We'll get to her too.
Sarah. So here's the difference, though. Acosta will be looking for people like Donna or somebody who has a clean slate. I don't think Acosta's ever going to gel with Sarah because of her history and what
You
has just
think?
transpired at the end of season three with her and her moral compass. Season three, she has oh, I almost called him Ellis. She has oh boy's eye,
Elgin.
Elgin. She has assaulted Elgin, and I don't know if she's gonna stand for that or she's gonna want ramifications going forward.
But I feel like everyone's moral compass is shattered when they come here. You think
Will it
Acosta's
become
going to be
shattered?
that one cop, that the officer that can't stop being an officer?
Well, I disagree. I think so going back to the who killed Tilly situation, those people thought they were like Sarah, and Sarah has to pay. And they made a comment about Boyd looking out for his people, you know. So the town is becoming divided. I do eventually think they're gonna cast them all out. or attack them or set one of them up for failure.
Ooh, or do you think some of them may go live in those other houses where the vegetables and fruits are at?
I think that's their best bet because it's hard for people to want to go out too far. The natural the natural order for people is to not venture out. And I say that
Yes.
because before Boyd's arrival, they did not go into those woods. They did not. They didn't know about the talisman. They definitely didn't find the farmer's market over by the lake.
Yeah,
And
because you
so,
only have what, 6 hours ish, 6 to 8 hours of sunlight for the most part.
give or take, right? Because summer, winter. Now, I don't know if their seasons work like ours. We just started seeing a winter for the first time, according
Yeah,
to
and
what
they've
Victor
never,
said.
Victor's never seen snow now that I'm thinking about it.
No,
If there's
no.
ever been
So
winter,
when
unless he saw snow before he left to come over here, like when he was younger, that's probably like, I can't even imagine. Victor's mind is probably going to explode. Like, I can't imagine how he'll be next season because it's so much.
yeah,
He worked so
well, remember,
long to keep it this way, and now it's about to go this way completely.
one thing Victor has too is his dad. You know,
That's
Victor in
true.
season 3, he got reunited with
Henry.
his dad.
Mhm.
And that's a tremendous so I do think Victor is on a short leash mentally. For a lot of reasons. He's been there longer than anyone else. And when I say that, as far as records, we know Victor's been there since a kid. How old is he? I don't know, but decades literally. But then we have this, right? Now, their timeline relatively keeps up with us. Why do I say that? What year did this show start? What, 2022, then
Mhm.
2023, then 2024. We got a season and a season and a season, right? So Donna got there in 2018. The show starts with the Matthews family getting there in 2022. So
Mhm.
roughly, as these years in real life have progressed, so has this show timeline. So, and that's 2 days before my birthday. So we all remember this. Don't forget when it's the Matthews anniversary, it's King HP's birthday, pretty much. Like that's it. Don't forget that.
Pretty much.
Very important piece of information. Um, but with Victor, Victor's seen little boys with dogs. Victor has we don't know if there's other cycles that have come between this because the show doesn't pick up there. We assume
Yeah.
not, but we don't know for certain. But Donna, we don't know how long Father Kotri was there, and Father Kotri made a mention to Boyd. I've seen more people like at one point when season 1 kicks off episode 1, Boyd wipes the chalkboard in front of the precinct, and it said 96 days since last incident. Now
Mhm.
we know Boyd he traveled with his family, and they got there in 2019, the year after almost when did a year
Yeah,
and
the
three
year
months
after.
after Donna. So that means Donna and crew and whoever was there before Donna was was every night moving in these
Was in the
holes, moving
holes.
in these
Yeah,
holes.
in the holes.
Insane. So that's for a whole year and 15 months before Boyd gets there with his family, and they kind of like all right, let's start spicing it up. We need new holes. We need to switch it up, you know. And then he wanders in the woods and he finds goats, and he bring boy brings civilization. Boy brings civilization
Mhm.
because they didn't have talisman.
No, they didn't have him till he found him in the hut.
So there's a possibility they were like, I don't know what happens during the day, but we don't go in the woods. You know, oh taco, El
Oh
Taco. You
wait,
know,
sorry, the cameras, guys. I have my hands up. I was going out the screen this way, that way.
um,
Sorry, guys. I'm here.
So yeah, we definitely want to talk to that part because boy brought civilization. And again,
Did.
they were able to do farming and all these other things. They were able to use the colony house and sit there. And maybe they went to these houses during the day, but about 3, 4 o'clock, oh no, we got to wrap this up. 3, 4 o'clock, they got to get back in their holes. So Otaku, a couple things. We talked about the new character coming. Uh, Ju-
I saw
Julia Doyle. She'll be playing a character named Sophia, a pastor's daughter, sheltered and vulnerable. And I wonder why they put that, because that is a very interesting
Do
attribute
you think
to give a
she's gonna
character.
be the that the man in yellow is the first pastor person also, and that's his daughter? Or
Nah,
do you think she'll be introduced as like what Sarah kind of was when Sarah first got there, where she was very innocent and like, I don't know. Well,
now
we don't know yet
that
Sarah's backstory fully. She could have been a
that could
murderer
be
in
yes,
other places as well, but
yes, because
you
that
never know.
it's funny you compare her to Sarah, right? Sarah had those same kind of attributes, very like about all about her brother, and very like lonely, looking for like who very nervous. She attached to Tin Chin, but um,
Do you think it'll be a separation in the group where like they're all will have, since it's the time travel, we know it's a time travel thing now. Do you think it'll be different people like when they split off into groups, it'll be the same person, like they'll have a Boyd, they'll have their Donna, but like when the groups separate, like
so
those
yes,
roles will
I
be
do. I
changed?
do think there'll be more separate groups. Before it was always Boyd's house and the houses community, and the colony house Donna's community. I think that's going to be severed, fractured brutally. Boyd's crew is going to be very small. It's going to be Boyd, Ellis, Sarah, Fatima, and maybe one or two stragglers. uh Kenny maybe, because Acosta's gonna be like, we cannot. I can hear it now. The argument's gonna be there. We cannot have someone doing whatever they want, going rogue, making decisions, and telling us this is the law, breaking the law, and then holding everyone else accountable and not his people. On his team, though, Fatima has
Like,
killed
so do you
somebody.
think she'll know Julie since
No, I don't think so.
she,
No, I don't think Julie is going outside. I think when she comes in, it'll be very much like season two when the
well, I
bus
mean,
came.
since she's obviously not our, we know she's not our, the girl that they just showed with that terrible bob wig at the end. That's all Jim Dye. We know that's not our Julie of our timeline, because that our Julie was in the diner with Ethan during all of this other shit happening, basically. So, do you think that this Julie with the bob is gonna know that Julie because they're both time people, like they're both time jumpers or whatever it's called?
What do you mean?
The new girl,
It's
like
Julie
since
with the
she's the
Bob.
pastor's daughter.
No,
Cause no,
no,
I'm
that's the
saying Julie had
actress's
the bob.
name.
Remember?
This is
Uh
just
huh.
the actress's name, like in real life. Like,
No, but is it? Wait, what's the daughter's name again? Isn't it Julie? What is it?
no, Julie is Matthew's daughter.
Yes,
Julie's from
that's
the
what I'm
Matthews
saying.
family.
Like, yes, but remember when they were showing like Jim walking through the woods or whatever, when he was with, right after Tabitha's like, "Oh no, I'm reincarnated." Remember,
Right, right,
the
right.
Julie from the future comes in and she has the bob. Remember,
Right.
that's the last Julie we saw. But the other Julie we saw also in
Is
the other scenes with her
with?
long hair and was with Ethan at the diner. So
Do you
that's why
think
I'm
they
thinking.
meet?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll meet. I'm wondering if that's what her link is. Like if she's gonna be like maybe like a Sarah Julie character that can also jump like her. Because how else would she get there? Because I guess my confusion is Julia, whatever the new girl that's coming in, is she coming in by herself? Like how is she getting to from
I
the
we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. They
Yeah.
could.
So that's what
We
I'm
don't know.
thinking. Like, is the pastor gonna look like the man in yellow? Maybe like he's gonna look like someone from the past. Maybe her family.
Well, so this is the things we can speculate. I'm trying to see if we can find something on the front page. Will she be driving in by herself? She could be solo, going to work, and then she ended up on this road. She could be, um, she could be in a group. We already saw the bus come. We saw the Matthews family come. They came at the same time as Jade and Jade's partner. Um, so I don't know. It just says that she's a pastor's daughter.
It
I would
doesn't seem like any of the women that come in come by themselves. Like Sarah had her brother, or I guess the what is her name? The nurse or the doctor, whatever she is, Muriel's girl. I can't remember her name. Christy.
Chrissy.
Like
She was on the bus.
Christy, she came. No, she wasn't on the bus. That was Muriel. But Chrissy came by herself.
Chrissy
Acosta
came up.
came in the ambulance. Like the women always seem to come with somebody. You know what I mean? Whether it's like a father, uncle, whoever. When they're main characters, if that makes sense. Like there's always someone behind them. Like the bus had all
Um,
those people.
I'm
The
not
ambulance
sure if
had
we only.
4 people.
I don't know because we haven't seen enough people come, but the people we have seen come, plus the story of like Donna, right? Donna said she got there with her sister, so they didn't come alone. They clearly traveled as a duo. Um, oh no, where's my? Hold on 1 second.
I bet you it's his water. Is it your water? Were you thirsty? A little parched?
The girls had my charger for my tablet, my laptop, and
Oh, and your laptop's dying. Okay.
yeah, it gave me the signal. I was like, oh my god, yeah, yeah, yeah. That would never have had like, yikes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lifesaver. Woo! Okay. Holy crap. I can hear it, but my mic is gonna mute that, or it's gonna silence that. So that was a scare. All right. Uh, but my daughter had my back. So talking about some of those other people that came, I think most people they're gonna end up coming in groups. I think it's just better story when it's a group. Like when the ambulance arrived and it was like 5 or 6 of them in that ambulance. It's just better that way. Storytelling wise, it's easier. It's easier on the eye. It's easy to tell a story and have people emotionally invested, going, oh my gosh," because you can kill one or two, right? And then it's like, matter of fact, every time that happens, that happens. Jade came with the Matthews family. Jade's partner, he didn't make it.
Done.
The ambulance people, the 2 people in the front, they didn't make it. You know,
They
the
chose
bus
wrong.
people.
They should have listened.
Yeah, the bus people, I don't think anyone directly got
The
off
old
from the
people got
bus.
slaughtered. The old people did, remember? That older couple when they were hiding in the bus the first night.
Oh yeah, because they shot the shotgun. They were like, "Hey," Donna was like, "Hey," boom, and shot.
Yeah, then there was like 3 or 4 by the box when they first were trying
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
people to
So it
come
was,
in. Yeah.
yeah, you can get people out of there fairly effectively, and that's the best part about when you bring in as a group versus when you bring in a solo character. We don't want to kill them or off them or unalive them or whatever I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
we just
say.
don't want to kill the important portions of the peoples, basically.
Right. So it makes it easier for television, and then just a standby character. Um, we talked about timeline. Some of the other people we have, Fatima's been there a long time. However, she got there a week after my birthday, in 2021. She got there right before, not right before, but about 6 months prior to Christy, and I just thought that was very interesting. Uh, because Christy, I thought had been there a long time too,
And they
and
both came by themselves because Christy didn't have anybody, and neither did Fatima. Remember, she
Fatima.
she only had her tree. Her and her weed came. Remember,
She did bring the weed.
she brought the
You can't
earth
be
with
mad at that.
her.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a very big thing for that community, as known by the 1 year anniversary of Fatima when they celebrated it with Donna. Um, Couple things I do want to kind of ask. Okay, so let me do. Who would you rather be stuck in a house with? Okay, so we're not going to play the colony house. You're going to get stuck with one person. Okay, I'm going to give you uh, a choice. All right, and your choice will stay on. Okay,
Okay.
so it's very, very simple. We'll go through a bunch. I'm gonna kind of put this on a timer so I can kind of
Oh,
see.
like how they
And
do like the fruit stuff, like this or this, like the meals.
yeah, it's gonna be very similar
Okay,
to that.
okay,
So
I
at the
got
end of the
this.
timer, this is gonna be this is who your person is, who you're stuck with. Okay, are you ready?
Uh huh.
Okay, so you got to live in a house. Your first two choices are Ellis and Donna.
Oh, Donna.
Okay, Donna and Boyd.
Oh,
Donna and Boyd.
I'm gonna have to go with Boyd solely because he's the sheriff.
All right. So now we have
My Leo hero paranoid
Bo-
in me.
Boyd and Fatima.
Oh, Boyd, easy. No thanks, Fatima. I love some
Boyd
tree,
and
but not enough to
Bo-
live with you
Bo-
and your human baby.
Boyd and Jade.
Mm, Boyd. I'm still
Mhm.
gonna stick with
Boyd over
Boyd.
Jade. Okay. Boyd and Tabitha.
Which season of
Boyd and Tabitha.
Damn, I'll stick with Boyd then. I'll stick with Boyd. I'll stick with Boyd.
Boyd and Kenny.
Oh. I'm gonna I'm gonna stick with Boyd because Kenny can't do much for me besides try and marry me. But that's okay. We could fall in love with Kenny, but I'm gonna have to pick Boyd still.
Boyd and Jim.
Oh, can I do kill Jim and be a Boyd? Can we kill Jim?
Boyd and Jim.
Boyd,
Oh,
Boyd,
you picked
Boyd.
Boyd. Okay. Uh,
Of course I pick Boyd. Why would you even think?
Boyd and Randall.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Randall. Actually, we can get it. Yeah, I'll go with Randall.
Randall or Christy.
Uh, uh, I'll go. I'll stay with Randall. I'll stay with Randall.
Randall or
Yeah.
Ethan.
Oh, kill Ethan. I'm sticking with Randall. We're opening the
Randall
door
or
so they can take
Ra-
Ethan.
Rand
That's what we're doing.
Randall or Elgin. Randall or Elgin.
Randall, thank you very much.
And last but not least, Randall or Sarah.
Sarah, what? She might actually kill me in my sleep, but I'm gonna pick Sarah. Oh.
So Sarah is your winner. She's your number one roommate.
Yes. At least I know she'll leave me alone. She can cook. She gonna have her own little stuff going on with the town trying to mess with her. I feel like as long as I don't upset the town or Sarah, I'm gonna that's my girl right there for sure. Yeah.
That's an awesome pick. I do hope season four, some of the things that we definitely want to hope for. One, we have the new characters coming, or a new character at least that we know of for certain. But we need some Acosta backstory. I was a cop, doesn't I would like to know that maybe someone recognizes Acosta and Acosta was a dirty cop and she
That's
was
what I'm
suspended.
thinking the new girl is. Because you know how she's a pastor's wife or daughter? I'm
Daughter.
wondering if it might be like the new girl is going to have a link. That's what I'm thinking. The link will be like one of the girls. That's why I'm thinking she'll come in and like that'll be like a Costa's girl because she'll be like, we got to stick together. You know, no one else likes me here either. So we got to stick together.
Right.
And since she's impressionable, you know, you can do that. That's why I'm wondering if her character build's going to be like similar to Sarah's, where the town starts like telling her to get rid of people instead of Sarah. Cause they're like, oh, we got a fresh girl. So
Very interesting take. I don't know where to go. I think with Sarah, um, the way they projected her in season one, I would like to see someone else come back with that same type of those issues where they hear the voice in the head. Only this time you have Sarah, but Sarah's gonna probably be outcasted, to be honest with you. Like, and rightfully so. Like, no one's gonna feel safe around a murderer. That's just a plain guts of it.
Acosta shot someone and they're still acting pretty friendly with her. And she killed someone, technically. So she should go in the box too. Just
No,
saying.
I think it's a total difference. I think it's a
Is it?
Sarah set out to kill people. She set out to kill people.
That's what we
Uh,
need. We need a killer, Bella. We gotta have the person who's gonna be the evil one for the town. She took the L for Boyd and stabbed Elgin. Like, no way. No way. She's five body Sarah at this point. Like, oh, or do you think the girl will recognize Sarah? Since it's a pastor and Sarah's kind of like seems like she's come from like a small-ish kind of town like that.
No,
Her and
I
her
don't. I don't.
brother.
I mean, these people come from all over. I don't think. I don't think they want to have anybody recognize Sarah to save Sarah because to me, Sarah's a waste of trying to save. She's done so much. You'll never convince the town to be like, "Hey, Sarah's good." They're gonna be like, "What?" Because again, we watch it from show purpose and go, "Man, everybody Sarah has." Well, not everyone, but a large amount of the casualties that Sarah has caused have been, lately good. But Sarah wasn't always that way. She was responsible for the death of Kenny's dad.
But that was the town telling her to do it. That's why I'm wondering,
No, she
like,
left the door open. That was
the
just like
town,
her
they
own
told her,
narrative.
remember, they were doing this stuff on her arm every time they were talking to her. They were
I
like,
have to
you
go
got to
back
do
to see if they
this.
told her to leave the door open. I remember they told him to kill. It was like I don't remember what
Yes.
Jade's partner's name was, but she got rid of him, and then she just felt bad and left the door open.
Because remember,
That's how I
the
took
town
it.
kept telling her, like, we're going to get you and your brother if you don't. So her whole thing was like, I need to protect my brother, was her whole process before she killed her brother. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
then I don't know. I have a hard time. This trial of Sarah is going to be good because I
you
definitely
know
think she
what's
should be
coming for
convicted.
you, judge. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I need you to be, yeah, I need you to be, what is it, the
I don't think I
prosecutor?
could be the judge. I'm pretty biased.
I know
I
you
got to
are.
go
We'll
after.
just, yeah, maybe we'll get Kiara or someone. Like, we need a judge for real, though. 'Cause you're so biased towards hating her, and I'm so biased towards loving her. So
Well,
we need
what's crazy? Sarah got there 9/18/2021, right?
right after Christy, because Christy got there
Right after
8/16.
before Fatima, yeah, right after Christy. So she's literally the month after, about 6 weeks. Whew. And all that was before the
Do
Matthews
you
family.
think maybe Sarah was the original, pastor person's daughter incarnation, and since she didn't do what she was supposed to, they're bringing in this other girl?
No, I don't think she has
Because
anything to do with the
I feel
pastor.
like that they're
I
gonna
don't
rev
think
up to start trying to get rid of Ethan again, because they definitely were trying to get rid of him, or the white boy in white was they were definitely trying to tell him to join the gang. So I think Ethan's
um
life may be in danger this season.
I wonder if they're gonna replace the boy in white because one thing about aging, like you can't keep kids.
I don't think so. On set, it seemed like I think he was on set, but then I, I know I saw a picture of kids on set, but I can't remember if it was the Ankui and Ethan or if it was Ethan and the boy in white. Cause I can't imagine how much bigger he's gotten. Cause he got tall fast, and you can only make that white so long before you start seeing like his height and his age and everything.
Oh, absolutely. I think Victor made a point to say that too. Victor was like, "Oh, you've changed," and so um, I do believe that there's a timeline for him. But it's going to be hard. Like if you're a spiritual being of some sort, entity or whatever, why are you changing? So it gets
Well,
tough,
that's
and they
why I
include
think
kids.
that's why they incorporated like all the new stuff stuff happening, like the vegetables dying, like it usually would during winter, and then winter comes. You know what I mean? I know the zombies
Right.
probably fucked everything up, but when you think about it, it's like, oh, that's interesting that the crop died right before winter when it snowed, just like it would in, you know, outside of this place. It just rotted super quick because it's fromville and they needed it to feed Fatima, obviously. But I mean, I think they did kind of show us that transition also time wise from where it was no change to now there's all these changes. All because of the Matthews family coming in and fucking up this timeline, basically.
Facts. Um, I think I think a lot rides in the Matthews family. I have a question. Do you feel like we see Jim again? Jim, for anyone that didn't, spoiler alert, you know what I mean? Um, Jim was Jim was killed at the end of season 3. He was unalived. Let me
He
say
was
that.
slaughtered. Let's be real. That man's throat was cut from back of the neck to the back of the neck. Like it was clean.
And so it was actually like ripped out. It was really graphic.
Yeah,
But
there's none of it.
like the whole like while she just shredded from like the back of like but with Julie doing the time travel thing, I do think there's a way potentially
We will.
that Jim we see Jim again. I don't think that means Jim comes back, but that we see him again. That Julie's able to go back in the past and talk to him. Especially going forward because she'll want to like I should have listened to my father. There were things my father did. Who was the voice you heard? And then she goes back and she's like, I heard a voice, you know, because one thing the Fromville people are very bad at, all of them, is sharing information.
Yeah.
They did not get taught sharing is caring at any point in their life. Um, and so yeah, it's very interesting to see. But I do wonder if Jim comes back, and if they do bring him back, where does that leave us with the Man in Yellow? Man
Maybe
in Yellow
that's
was not
why
someone
the
you
man
think.
in yellow killed Jim, because Jim, that was Jim's character. Like, there's always
Nah.
someone that comes, like, maybe, because I feel like Jim had to be in
What do you
this
mean?
timeline.
You think he's Jim's character? Like you think that that's Jim in the future? Like
I
Jim?
think maybe it's Jim if it's not Randall, but I think Jim's character wise, like there's always that kind of character in these kind of small town shows. There's always the person that like you're about to figure it out and then we kill you. But they're always the important one because you need that person that like pushes these stories to the direction that you need them in. Despite me hating Jim, he was very that character was good at intertwining everybody. So I feel like he didn't get brought here for nothing. Cause then why is Victor's dad there? I think maybe hopefully we'll see some more like male role models maybe in this season. It seems like there is a lot more males now. I mean, I know we're adding the girl, but I think maybe the male symbolism is gonna come up a lot more, like the father son thing. And like or just the men have to be men in general type of thing. Because I'm assuming Acosta's gonna try and get it. If she gets any kind of control of the town, she's gonna want it very uniform, which is different from like everybody else's timeline. But I can see her and Randall being together, and if Randall is the man in yellow, like he's like his, if we're in the past, like that's his woman that turned everyone against each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a possibility. Um, the Man in Yellow is just a threat beyond belief, right? And the reason I say that is it's for a few reasons. One, he was able to unalive Jim in the most gruesome way in the daytime, which poses a whole new threat. We don't know if he's subject to the same type of talisman magic type of, will that affect him? We don't know. All we know is one thing is for certain, two things for sure. That man was out in the daytime and he knew who people were. He said, "Oh, I love that Jade plays a sweet." Like, what? So you know him. Now,
Mm-hmm.
granted, even as a time Oh, not a time traveler, but a person who's reincarnated. How did you know he was Jade? How did you even
Yes.
know Jade? Right? And this goes back to I think it's season 2, where Boy gets trapped in the hole
Mm-hmm.
and he comes out and we meet Martin.
Yes,
Martin
Martin.
alluded to things that were worse than the monsters, and he pluralized it. The man in yellow might be the first taste of the things we get outside of the monsters. And it brings me back to Martin. What Martin said when he was chained up before he gave Boyd the worms. That's just the tip of the iceberg, he told Boyd. I don't know what that means
Mm-hmm.
because if Martin is factually correct, right? What does that do to the From Town where now they can't even hide? They've always been able to hide during the day, regardless. I
Yes.
mean, do anything during the day. If you lose that ability, where are you now? And who discovers Jim's body?
Plus, we don't know if he's able to get through since they knocked down those metal monsters. I don't know what to call them, the artifacts. Like,
We'll call them the
do you
artifacts that
think
work.
do you think the artifact getting taken out was his release, or do you think it was the music itself? Do you think he was out
I think with
before
the
Jade
music.
started playing?
I think with the music. I think with the music. Because it was like timed. It was the notes, and he couldn't figure out the notes and the 12 notes and blah 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 blah. And when he did it, it unlocked things. Like there are certain times for certain things when you go back and watch a show, multiple things are happening in different places at once. And because they lack in communication, they are never getting the information to each other to say, hey, this is what I experienced at this time. Oh my gosh, for real, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, Jim can't talk no more. Even if Jim survived, Jim can't talk. Jim wouldn't survive it. I mean, it was all gone. It was, what'd you
Yeah.
say, from the back of the throat? He,
From the back of the neck to the back of the neck is what happened. They
oh my
split
gosh.
him. He might as well have been beheaded, but he was not. Luckily,
No,
you know.
absolutely.
But that's why I'm wondering too, like, do you think Julie might have been trapped for a little bit until the music, and that's why she came out at that moment with the guy in yellow?
Go back to what you said. You said I think Julie was trapped with the music, like when she was strung up with the
No,
four.
like, because you know how the Julie they showed us with the short hair that came in at the end,
Right.
she was from a different time. Do you think it always has to be that song that lets them move around if it's not like the music box song? Like it's always
So
a song.
that poses another question. Is Julie a true time, or do things have to be put into play? She has to be in this position and, like, you know what I mean? I would like to think that that's not the case, but I think when that music was played, wherever Julie, like, okay, we found out later that Julie kicked the rope down for Boyd, right? But at the time, we're
Yes.
like, who kicked the rope? Like, that doesn't even make sense. So we thought, based on what we knew. When we find out that Julie's time traveling, there may be an episode in season 4 that allows us to see that when that music gets played, it keys things in wherever she's at that time, and she's like, "Oh no," because she's always gonna know, or she'll find out when Jade plays this song. There's no stopping it, no matter what you do. It's
I
going
just
to
feel
play
like
that.
Julie is gonna know the new girl because based off of the first episode when they're running into the house, they're like, "Hey, Julie, it's me," and she's like, "Who the fuck are
You don't
y'all?"
remember me?
Yeah, exactly. Like he has
That's what
to,
the
like
man
she
said.
has to. That's why I'm wondering, like, is there a certain thing that's making her forget she's jumping all these timelines? Because how do you forget that? I guess.
Well, I think her current position. I think. I think her current position can't see other positions, right? Um, so the future version, they'd have to meet. So she would, because I don't think she's forgetting. I don't know. It's a weird thing when you start playing with time, like what Tony Stark tell us. Tony Stark told us after Thanos dropped that building on when you play with time, it tends to play back. And I think that they're gonna find out. I think Julie's gonna potentially do more harm than good. She may fix something only to find a greater catastrophe looming based on whatever she's done or whatever she's. And I just think that's the way it is. Uh that's a tough question. That's a tough question. Like season 4, I definitely need some major answers. Um sheesh.
Yeah, because I need to know. Like, I definitely think we'll see Jim again. I don't think it'll be anything too big, but it'll be major for the Matthews storyline. Like, maybe this will make Tabitha love him, you know? Maybe the love will re-spark for them, even though she found out she's married to Jade, you know?
Right.
Because they already showed us, you know what I mean? Like, they've showed us the different levels, which is, Henry and then Jade and then Jim all together in the bar talking about the situation. So at some point, at this point, Jade and Henry are gonna have to link up because they're gonna realize they're the same person. Maybe.
No, no. Jade and Henry they're not the same person. They're just different people that Tabitha has had relationships with through time.
Her
You know what I'm saying?
husbands.
They're the same. They are the same kind of guy, I
Yeah,
guess,
they're
right?
the same.
Tabitha has
Well,
a
they're
type.
the same guy, just not the
They're not the
same
same guy.
guy. Yeah.
Tabitha's the same, but not the same because it's a different body. So Henry be like, "Oh man, and then Jim is unalive, but then
Do
Jade
you
used to
think I
that.
never thought of this until now that we're here. Do you think Victor's mom might have been pregnant with the third child and that's why they picked? Because they always want a mother. Because I mean, look at Tabitha. Tabitha, they had a third baby and they lost it. So I can't imagine she's not had a third baby in her other life that she's lost. Like she would have to
Interesting
keep
point.
doing, since the cycle's the same, there's probably always been a third.
Interesting point. You said about a lost baby. In the very first cycle, Jade and Tabitha were married, according to what they said in season 3.
Yeah.
They had a child that was sacrificed, so they lost a child.
Mm-hmm.
Tabitha with Jim had a baby that they lost. They lost a child. So to go to your point, we still haven't got any clear word on Henry's sister, Eloise. Now, he
Mm-hmm.
did say he when he brought his dad there that the parts were so small and what they did, and so he buried what he thought was Eloise. But one thing about Hollywood, they never show the body.
Probably a rabbit.
They never show the body, which is very when they don't show the body. Hey, guess who
That
could
means
pop
they
back
could
up?
pop up. Yeah, because we saw Randall get dragged and he still showed back up with his face torn
Now,
off. So.
I do have another point to make. The lake. Early when Kenny and Jim were the first two to go there, somebody was knocking on around there, but they never tried to enter. Now, why compare this at the RV at any of the houses in season 1, episode 1 with the little girl, the tap at the window. The monsters always try to get in. They have never just not tried to get in. So
Yeah.
I asked when they went to the lake, I don't think that was a monster. I think it's Eloise, and she's been hiding there, and she set up those structures or learned to set up those structures because she's been hiding this whole time. Victor explained that she was very good at hide and seek. So
Hmm.
there's little clues that people would, if she doesn't want to be found, she won't be.
Yeah, because when you think about the scene at the
And
tree
she
where
that would make her a
we
lost child, which is back to the
ooh,
point.
back to the she loses a child
She
every
loses a
time.
child in every incarnation of her, whether physically or through death. She loses a child somehow, some way. Because right now her son is looking, he stopped looking, he buried her. Victor, dad, Henry is there. He told him Eloise didn't make it. I saw the body parts. I couldn't even tell if it was her, which is another point.
But we're gonna hope. Yeah.
And
Because
then
even in the
when
scene with
Kidman,
Smiley chasing the mom, you never see the girl, you never see Eloise, but we know she ran out after her, not too far behind. So for Smiley not to notice her would be
man, for
weird.
her to maybe notice her mom getting like attacked, her to run
Yeah.
off, and they run to a place where the now, keep in mind, the
That would be
monsters,
such a good scene if she runs to where they're at, like you're saying, at the lake, and that stuff's up. So she's like, that's
yeah,
why they
and the
stopped.
monsters are just standing around because they can't come in that sanctuary. Essentially, that'd be
That makes
great for season
sense.
4.
That would be
I
a
think
good shot.
Eloise is alive. I never ever thought she was unalived.
Do you think the new girl? No, I guess I
For those
don't
that don't
know.
know, just tuning in.
I'm
This is
really
the
am
new girl.
feeling like I really feel like that new girl's gonna be definitely significant for like Acosta, Sarah, and who was my third woman?
Yeah, Donna, Sarah. Well, you name.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, Donna's gonna
Donna.
be torn. Donna, they're gonna be like, Donna, you're as a leader, do you back boy? I think Donna's gonna
Yes.
get put in the corner.
Oh,
She's gonna
absolutely.
get.
I definitely, yeah, I feel that because Acosta definitely is trying to rile up the town, and I just
Well, the
don't know
town's
if it's.
already riled up. They're
I know,
riled up
but they're
already.
more riled up, since Dale got found in the earth. There's been a lot of bodies lately. That
I mean,
that
you're
was a
right.
great death.
Remember, they went 96 days straight with no incident. That's 3 months.
Yeah,
They were living good. Hey, remember he was ringing the bell. Ling, la ling, la ling.
they were
That
getting
means you
their
gotta get in it.
vegetables. Yep.
Get inside. Get
Oh, winter
inside. They
ruins
were living
everything.
fat. They were living good.
The Matthews
So
were the symbol for change. Ugh, and I still hate
did
them
they ever?
all. Did
Did
they
they ever?
shut? Did they ever?
You know what I mean? Like I just man, they did they man.
Yeah, because no way season three ended like that, and we're not gonna come back with like, you know
Salute
what I
to a
mean?
taco.
Um,
Tiffany salute.
I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be weird. It's gonna get there's so much that they have to. There's so many stories that started again with this last episode of season three, with them, doing Smiley. Now he's got another, what is it? Life to live. He got a new life. So obviously we know that. And then,
Let me ask this
Fatima.
question too. Do you think with rebirths of these monsters that come out, that they come out with new skill sets? For instance, Smiley will be able to
Ooh.
do something different that he was not able to do before. So they love because it's so hard to unalive a monster. If you do, when they come back, it's worse. Like he'll be
You
running,
think he'll be
and
more
the other
like the
monsters
man
will
in
be lifting.
yellow, where
Yeah,
he can come out? He looked more tan. I will say the man in yellow they were pale, but he was a little more tan. But the same thing with Smiley. Like Smiley wasn't as pale when he was reborn. I did notice that. I mean, he obviously had blood and stuff on
Smiley
him,
was
but
naked.
yeah, but he wasn't as pale as
Smiley
everybody else.
naked, and boy, watch.
He
You
better have
know,
gotten paid for showing his cheeks, is all I gotta say. No nudity
he
for
was naked.
free.
My only thing is, boy, what because Boyd probably thought like we've killed one, and to watch them um rebirth is like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
No sex allowed. Do you think the town will keep using Fatima to reincarnate people now that they know?
Nah, because
You
I
don't think
think
they're
that
gonna
thing
come
that you
back?
said, I think that thing that you just said, not to be funny, the no sex allowed. If we're not getting pregnant. I just birthed one of them.
Yeah.
What happens if I get pregnant again? Well, I birthed one that
Because it
isn't.
seems like the colony house, A lot of the women were older until Fatima and Christy and all of them came, so they couldn't really get the town couldn't use them for pregnancy, I think. Like they can the other people.
You could,
But like
I'm
Christy
pretty sure Tilly was off the map.
because
The
Christy
man in yellow
and
was like,
Muriel,
ah.
Christy and Muriel obviously like if you need a surrogate, those are gonna be your tops. Top people to choose. But with all the younger women coming in, do you think any of them maybe will fall pregnant?
I don't know. It's tough to say because remember in season one, we we saw a couple in they were having sex randomly in Colony House, like in the downstairs. Like as the camera panned, it was like two people getting a freak on some Missy Elliott type of joint. Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
Saga
then you
said
remember,
shout outs to my dog HP and shout outs to UD. I think he on my
who?
Instagram. I just saw it. What is his name? The Saga? Yes.
Oh,
He's
salute. Yes, good brother. Hey, if you don't know, go to Apple Music, and just hit the saga. The is spelled with a three, like you know what I'm saying. You will be pleasantly surprised, pleasantly happy. I promise you.
Mhm.
Great music over there. Um, yes. So salute to the saga and everything he has going on. Good brother. Um, yes, sir. Uh, talented musician. Go tap in. Uh, I do want to say a couple things about that. Going back, um, I think monsters. This this sucks. I would never want to be from anymore. Like when I did that little thing, that little short. Which place would you rather stay? From gets canceled. I'm sorry. It's
Really?
because
I'm
there's
picking from all the zombie stuff you chose. From's gonna be my place where I lay my head at night.
well, I think people. So for those that don't know, go to the shorts. Go to the shorts section. Please select the poll is up and the post. If you go to a community hall prison universe, go to post. There's a couple of polls up about which place would you rather live for $1 billion. No, I think it was for 5 billion. You get to pick 4 friends to go with you. Now, if a friend does not choose to join you, you don't get to replace them. So you get 4 invites, and that's it. That's it. If someone says, "Hey, I decline," you're 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 going in a man short. And if someone dies during the year, you have to stay in this place for a year. You get $1 billion added to split amongst the survivors. So if you're going with 5, you get 5 billion. The person dies, you now get 6 billion to split
Yeah,
amongst the 4.
amongst the four.
The places were The Last of Us, From, Stranger Things, and The Walking Dead.
I picked
I
none.
feel like I feel like being a part of this podcast, I'm not allowed to not choose. Right? I think that's
Are
Kamaya.
you? I heard my
Are you?
children as
Is you
well.
got water going? Okay, thank you. I thought something was leaking. I'm like, that's a lot of water.
We're too early. We just
I
got
was
this
like,
house.
bro, I just moved in 6 months ago. Something's leaking, and I'm trying to play
Uh,
it cool, but I'm like, Jesus.
Today's the day.
Hey, there's two things that will always blow my cool. Like I'm an even kill guy. If something were to happen, like boom, an explosion in my house, right? And that's probably not gonna happen. The
Yeah.
second is like a roach. Because the wall, so like if a roach crawled up, I'd have to go like about 4 or 5 feet back. I can't just like smack it. I have to like move. I
You
have
have
to
to
get up,
wind
go.
up.
But I had this happen on a date years ago when I lived in San Diego. We were watching a movie. I was at Shorty House, and a roach decided to be a part of our date. So he
Yeah.
got on the TV, but first he was on the right side of the TV where it had like the little button.
Got it.
Back then, it wasn't just framed; like it still had your, anyway, so it was on there. I seen it, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore because I know she see it. But if she don't see it, I'm not gonna draw attention to it. I didn't come here
They're
for
a
the roach.
roach.
My man decided, oh, you gonna act like you don't see me, and he crawled across the screen till he got to midway across, and then he fluttered his wings like he knew what he was doing. And I was like, "You want me to kill it?" And it wasn't a little roach, but when he fluttered
Oh,
his
it's the
wings,
Big Daddy roach.
he when roaches fly, I got hit in the head with a roach. That that was it was so crazy because my living conditions at the time were not like roachy, so I wouldn't have expected it. So when it happened, I was like, boom, I was like, oh man, a beetle.
A beetle? Shut
A
up.
beetle
This
got me.
is a roaster.
You know what I mean? And because I had company, what I say? I haven't had roaches at this point. So I was like, oh, look at a beetle. So when I got up, you know what I'm saying, to get this beetle up, I blew my cover because when I hit the light and I was like, oh shit, a roach, it caused the panic. You know what I mean? So anyway, enough about these roaches. But that is my biggest fear on the podcast. That a roach, and I'm not in a roachy condition by any means. But water bugs do exist. The big, thick diesel steroid roaches.
Yes, I know what you're talking
They
about.
don't
Yes.
travel in packs. They're individuals. And
Mhm.
but they're
They will
huge.
fight each other for sure. They were in
Yeah,
the
they're
same area.
huge.
Mhm.
Um, they're the ones that got the hair on their legs. You can see it. That's my biggest fear on a pot. Is like one runs up this wall or gets on the blinds and like
Yeah.
lands on my hoodie or worse on my wave cap because I
I
have to
don't know.
smush it.
We randomly get like, I guess just because the trash cans are in this neighborhood, we'll randomly get like a roach in the garage. But they've been real chill
Yeah,
vibes. If I'm
I
being
spread my
honest,
garage
yeah.
though. I spread my garage.
Yes, because
We're
they
not.
come in when I will say they fly in, I guess is the term when, but it's always one. Like there's never been more than like that. We've never had roaches in the house since we lived here. Like, I think we're going 2, 3, 4, 5 on our fourth year here. We've never had roaches inside the house. They've been in the garage, like from trash and stuff like that. But they're not very aggressive. Like I've been smoking in my garage and they just kind of come out and hang out with me and watch my phone with me, like from the floor, obviously. But they don't really bother me. But they've been like big ones. But like I said, there's only been little
The water
ones.
bugs, palmetto bugs, as they call
No,
them.
I'm sure it's
You
a
said you smoking
roach.
in the garage and they don't bother you. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Well,
if I
they
see any
try to,
roaches bother
and
me,
then I do my dog the whisper, and I'm like, chill the fuck out, bro. Are we gonna get high or not? And then they kind of just leave me alone, you know. They don't. They'll go sit somewhere else. But yeah, no,
do you
there's
think they have
definitely
roaches
roaches.
in Fromville
Ooh, I would hope they haven't shown insects, right? Besides
besides
the
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 cicadas or whatever they
cicadas.
were?
Yeah,
No, yeah.
I would imagine
I'm
they'd be
happy it's
very
not a black
violent
show.
roaches.
If Jordan Peele gets this show, Jordan Peele has them be roaches because he knows how black people are with roaches. So, but no, in all seriousness,
Well, I don't think there's
um,
enough, I don't think there's enough black people on this show either for it to like have
there's
an effect.
Elgin, there's the bus driver female, there's Ellis and Boyd, Fatima's mixed. I don't know what.
Smiley's half black. Hmm. He is. Just saying. Or we're gonna say a quarter. I'm gonna say a quarter. Smiley's a quarter black. I mean, you don't get to pick your
The sprinkler is
parents.
on. That's what I think it is.
Oh, you have your sprinkler
I,
on outside.
my sprinkler does at night, and I
Mm.
think that's also what I hear because I can hear it out the window. So that's what it is. That's why it sounds like it's behind me. But no, I don't think there's any more after that. The only other minority characters are Kenny, maybe Christy. She might be mixed, but I doubt it. But she is potentially possible. High, but yeah, um, that's what it. But in hindsight, looking forward to season 4. In hindsight, looking forward to season 4. A couple things I have to. Who's going to find Jim's body? I think it matters deeply. versus, is it Tabitha? Is it a random couple, strangers that are walking? Because remember, they're daytime. This is daytime and this stuff is
I
happening.
hope it's Ethan
Nobody
and
else.
Julie in our timeline that just left the diner and they're
Oh my
looking for their
gosh.
parents.
Ethan and Julie in our timeline or Tabitha is going to be very hard to watch.
Oh, do
It's
you
going to be a
think
very,
Tabitha will be like doing her brain thing where she gets so
well,
stressed and then she
Tabitha's
just
the
walks
worst.
up on him?
Tabitha will be the worst to find it because she was just with Jim.
Oh, so to look like she killed him. I like that idea,
She was just with
actually.
Jim.
I'm down with
So
that.
they know they don't come out during the day. They won't see the man in yellow per se, and the man in yellow may not even appear for the first couple episodes. We don't know. He might be right there, you know. But if Tabitha finds him, it's gonna be, you have a lot of explaining to. What is this? I,
Mhm.
and then Jay being like, he was just talking to us. What's going on, Tabitha? You know what I mean? And no, 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 no. You know how she likes to hit the nose. No,
Yes, that's
no,
why I'm
no.
saying, like, I'm wondering. I wonder if they'll do like the cop thing and have like, because Acosta and Donna were walking through the forest at that time too, right? Because everyone's looking for Fatima. So I think
Everyone's
we
looking for
last
Fatima.
left them walking through the forest together. I think
So they could
Acosta's gonna
also
find
come
him. I
across.
think it's gonna be Donna and Acosta actually, because I
Ooh,
forgot about them being in the forest till
ooh.
now. And then Acosta's gonna be like, "Oh my god, another murder! I bet you it was Sarah. Where's Sarah?" And everyone's gonna be like, "She's in the house. She
But
just
that's
stabbed
gonna be the
Elgin's
thing. His
guy."
throat. Acosta might be the best person because she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like what happened? Like this wasn't." You know what I mean? It's ripped. It's joint, and he chucked it.
He
You're
threw
like,
his esophagus
like, you know what I'm
across
saying?
the thing.
Yeah. So it's not like someone cut this out and it's, use the knife so it's cut. It's ripped, and then you can see. You know what I mean?
Because you're gonna see the slaughter. I mean, I can't imagine the man in yellow if they do use any kind of nourishment. Because, like, as you know, me and you are still confused about that. Where I think they're eating the body parts or doing something, and you don't think they're doing anything. They're just tearing them up. But I definitely feel like they're gonna have to go back for Jim's body. Like they're gonna go back and see it torn up. Like, I mean, it's obviously torn up now, but I mean, it probably will be less. It will be more torn up by the time they get to it. Because I mean, they tore up Tian Chen. They had her leg, her shin was showing. She had like all kinds of stuff going on. Mm-hmm.
They ripped that patch out. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I look forward to season 4. Um, and we'll have to see what happens. Remember a couple things. One, this is the new character, uh, Julie Doyle, of sheltered, vulnerable pastor's daughter. This is reported
Sophia.
by Deadline, which I believe would have to be, where they get this information from. From shared this photo, which if you look to the far left in front of um
Fatima.
Tabitha, not Tabitha, I'm sorry, Fatima, there looks like there's a person laying there. So this could be from when Acosta arrived and the shot happened, or this could be another new incident that we're not aware of. Not
Dang, they
quite
just
sure.
that could make sense because Randall's always trying to get in some stuff. So I could definitely see Randall like reopening stitches or just maybe going back finally to the tower.
Oh
Excuse me,
yeah,
where
for
they hear
sure.
everything. Because I mean, Julie has already gone back, Ethan's gone back, Boyd's gone back. He's the only one who's heard the cicadas out there that hasn't gone back yet. And then, as you know, with Muriel, we know she was like going to the rehab facility. We haven't really heard, they haven't used her enough yet. So I think we'll see
I'm with
more
you.
of Muriel probably taking on the doctor role since Christie's leg still messed up?
I think it is, but
Okay. But that probably sinks into like if they are gonna separate the town. Cause I mean they obviously were separate already with the town and then the Colony House. I'm assuming they're gonna add the new over there somewhere.
So I'm gonna play this. I hope it doesn't get taken down.
As long as it's
This
like not 5 minutes, right?
It's a wrap, folks. That's a wrap on season 4. Season 4 from 4. Congratulations. That is a wrap. We're coming. We came.
It
We
looks
saw.
like Donna and
That's a
Henry are
wrap.
20.
Season 4.
Did you notice that Christy's more in like
See who bootleg my.
what is it called, the mechanic's clothes now? She hasn't really been in doctor clothes, and that's a mechanic's outfit she's been in for a little, like that they've been showing her in. Just saying. Maybe she'll
we'll
end up a
see.
bartender, a failed doctor, now a bartender. Sounds very human to
We
me.
we shall see. Outside of that, do you what are you looking for? What is Kenny gonna do with those machetes? Brooklyn. I don't know. That is a crazy question. Not a crazy question, but like a crazy like visual. And we have to ask that question. And to be honest, I don't know. Kenny has two machetes. You know what I mean? Like, let's not like disregard that. Like, we saw that. You know,
Yes.
um, I don't. I think at this point they are probably tuning up because bullets got to be getting low. They're not manufacturing rounds, so we have to gear up any way possible to stop the monsters.
I mean,
I
how
wouldn't
many
want to
people
have a
might have
machete
come? Yeah, because how many people would have come with a gun besides like Boyd and Randall and like they're the kind of people
Acosta
that usually have guns. Yeah,
or
exactly.
Acosta
Like,
had one, and then you're like, okay, how many times have a weapon been discharged? Well, quite a few, quite
yeah,
a few. So if you're not making rounds, how are you getting ammunition? Right. So they gotta start looking at alternate ways to defend themselves, even if it's just like, can the monsters get their arm chopped off? Like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
because I know one
Yeah,
thing: the
will it
bullets doesn't work.
regrow? Yeah, because we haven't seen them take body parts off of the monsters yet. You're
Mm-mm.
right.
The machete might work. You'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I got more
But
extended reach. The
that's
machete.
where I'm getting confused because if they start killing off the monsters, like I said, are we gonna have like mass pregnancies to where they try and reincarnate themselves?
Hey, there's got to be mass relations,
Relations.
and that's the best
I
part.
mean, there's enough
Kenny,
of them to
get yours.
couple up. At this point, we can get, like Randall and like I mean, as
Acosta.
much as Acosta, I think Kenny and Acosta would make much more sense. And then
I'm
Randall
just
and
saying like this.
maybe oddly enough, I don't think
I'm
Christy
only
and
applauding your
Muriel are
effort.
gonna last. I feel like with Randall and Muriel's connection, I think they may do like a love. I mean, they already had a love triangle kind of thing with Kenny and that, but maybe Randall is the one where since he has that close bond with Muriel, since they both got the things in their heads, like maybe that's the thing they'll touch on is like because you got to think like if we're gonna they gotta try and convince you to be with someone that you can procreate with. And if Sophia's younger, like Julie's age, and Julie, they're not way too young, but they're way too young to be having kids. Because if they're like, because Julie's supposed to be like what, 16, 15,
Yeah, about
16.
that.
So yeah, I can't imagine they would do a young pregnancy, unless they get the time traveling Julie, into this. That's why I'm wondering, like, maybe there has to be like pregnancy has to be a thing in the future again. Like you can't just throw it at
Because
us
you may
once
see
and
it.
then
You
yeah,
remember this. You may get couples coming because couples coming was a thing. Boy came with his wife. The Matthews family came, even though they were, they still got to reconcile. Um, I don't know if that was Jade's lover or not. I'm not sure. I don't know, but
or
whatever it
just
was.
yeah,
But yeah, so it's the thing, and then people meet, and as you spend more time, Kenny went at Christy, right? And
Because
then
these are
Marielle
definite
came.
trauma bonds that these people have with each other for
Yeah,
sure.
so it's gonna be natural. Someone's gonna crack Sarah eventually. It's just let's just call
Uh,
a spade a spade.
I need
Like
Kenny and her to fall in love. Like that
I
would
wouldn't.
just like
I wouldn't. That's off
I need them
limits.
to
She will
fall in
kill
love.
you.
I need Sarah to save Kenny at some point. Is how I feel.
Maybe I should be good with Sarah because she'll kill you. She's worse than the monsters.
Because the
I
monsters will
leave the
tell her to
door.
kill you, and she'll be like, "I guess I gotta kill you today. Sorry,
Mm.
it's your time."
Before we get up out of here, any last things you want to promote or talk about, or things to watch in the near future?
I know, what is it? I think it's his name's RDC, R Castle. I know they recently, for The Distinguished, the other show that Boyd was in, where he makes that. They originally released on Roku, but Boyd's in the show also as like a priest. They just dropped on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel now, and they just dropped like part two to that episode they dropped like a year ago. So yeah,
Awesome.
I would say The Distinguished on YouTube. I'm not sure. I think that's what it's called. You just look up The Distinguished. And then they are back doing meet and greets, Sable Bourbon.
I
Just to
seen
let
that. I
y'all know.
see that. I'm waiting for it to come to Florida. You
Mhm.
still got my bottles. You know what I'm saying?
I
Otaku fix.
do. I
We
have a
still
Tumblr
got
bottle
yours.
too.
I know, brother. I know you like what it's. I should have looked up all the rules before making a thing, but we got your bottle. We are going to get it. Trust me, you're not forgotten. It's not like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. It's just alcohol. I could transport explosive things faster than I could alcohol for whatever reason. I don't know. It's crazy. But we're going to get it, even if we got to drive to you, brother, we're going to
Yeah.
get it to you. Yes. So you were not forgotten. I don't ever want you to think that. Um, but check it out. I also do the Attitude Era podcast. Check us out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays after Raw and SmackDown. Wednesdays, the Wednesday Night Wars. You'll probably see an iteration of that coming to here. Check out our shorts. I've
Yes.
been asking some questions. We're going to be going into the other worlds. We'll be talking about the best vampires. Which vampire world would you rather live in? You know, whether it's Interview with a Vampire, whether it's Blade, whether it's Vampire in Brooklyn, whether it's Sinners, you know, those are the type of things we're going to get into. We also talk about music, which was the best year in hip hop, whether it was 1994, whether it was 1998, who had a better calendar year, 1998 DMX versus 1996 Tupac Shakur. Lots of things to talk about as we expand here at the Hall of Praise of the Universe. Think otherworldly. So
And
yeah,
we will be
definitely.
doing a trial for Sarah where Jerry's gonna go against me because he hates
Because
me and
Sarah's got to
Sarah.
go. Sarah's got to go. So
I feel
we
like
look
we
forward
should
to
leave
that. So
that
stay
up to the
tuned.
people too, as like a jury. We'll post our video, have our sides, and then we can have everyone pick just like a real jury. Like, how do y'all feel?
Yes,
Who do you
the
think?
polls will be up. The polls will be up. So definitely stay tuned. Season 4 rap production. We see we got a new character here. Boom. Also, do not think I have forgotten. We're just waiting for the From dates to be announced. And then from there, you will get From versus The Walking Dead. We have several matchups, including Laura Grimes versus Abby Stevens. We have Boy's right hand man versus uh sheriff for sheriff, right hand man. Then we have some badass women from each show, Carol versus Donna. You know what I'm saying? Then the sons of the main character, Carl versus Ellis. And then eventually, it's got to be Sheriff versus Sheriff. It's got to be Boyd versus Rick Grimes. So yeah, we look forward to bringing you those type of things. Um, but we're just waiting for that so we can drop all those things. But until next time, make sure you hit the notification bell so when we go live, tap in here Sundays 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also look out for the shorts when they drop. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, peace.